Prepare to set sail on a journey beyond the history books. Horatio Nelson, the celebrated British admiral, is known for his victories at sea. But there is more to this salty dog than meets the eye. Join me as we explore 6 surprising facts about Nelson you probably didn't know. Get ready to discover the man behind the legend. Nelson's image as a fearless leader on the high seas might be surprising when contrasted with the fact that he battled chronic seasickness throughout his entire career. Even though he achieved the status of a highly respected admiral, letters reveal his struggles with nausea, describing himself as feeling unwell every time it blew hard. This persistent ailment wouldn't deter him from his duty, however. It speaks volumes about his unwavering dedication and strength of will that he persevered through this discomfort to become one of history's most celebrated naval commanders. Far from starting his career on a grand warship, a young Horatio Nelson at the tender age of 14 set sail on an audacious expedition to the Arctic. This adventure, led by Captain Constantine Phipps, was a harsh introduction to the sea. Nelson, however, wouldn't just be a passenger. He was entrusted with command of one of the ship's smaller boats, a responsibility that undoubtedly honed his navigational skills and instilled in him a deep respect for the unforgiving power of the ocean. The experience would prove invaluable throughout his career, as he not only developed the technical expertise needed for navigating treacherous waters, but also the resilience required to lead his men through the harshest conditions. Nelson wasn't your typical by-the-book officer. His brilliance as a leader was undisputable, but it was often accompanied by a streak of impulsiveness and disobedience. He wasn't afraid to push boundaries and even outright disregard orders if he believed it would lead to victory. This disregard for protocol sometimes landed him in hot water, facing reprimands and accusations of recklessness. However, his undeniable talent and strategic mind often overshadowed these disciplinary issues. His superiors, recognizing his exceptional abilities, were willing to overlook his insubordination, as long as it resulted in securing British dominance at sea. Nelson's legacy extends beyond naval victories. He was a true innovator at sea. Prior to Nelson, naval battles typically involved rigid lines of battle, often resulting in prolonged, inconclusive engagements. Nelson, though, saw the limitations of this approach. He spearheaded a new tactic he called the Nelson Touch. By defying convention, he adopted a daring strategy that concentrated his forces on a specific section of the enemy fleet. This overwhelming force would cripple the enemy center, leaving them vulnerable and ultimately leading to a decisive British victory. The Nelson Touch proved highly successful, most notably at the Battle of Trafalgar, and forever changed the way naval warfare was conducted. Nelson's brilliance on the seas wasn't always mirrored in the realm of diplomacy. His personal life sometimes became entangled with his military actions, leading to unforeseen consequences. A prime example is the aftermath of the Battle of Naples. Following the victory, he became involved with Lady Emma Hamilton, the wife of the British ambassador. This entanglement influenced his decision to authorize the execution of an Italian admiral who had surrendered under the promise of safety. This act of vengeance, fueled by personal loyalties, sparked outrage and a diplomatic crisis. His reputation was tarnished for a time, highlighting the potential pitfalls of allowing personal emotions to cloud military judgment. While the passionate romance between Nelson and Lady Emma Hamilton was a public scandal during their time, the depth of their connection goes beyond mere gossip. Their surviving letters paint a picture of a powerful emotional bond that defied societal disapproval. These intimate exchanges reveal a love that transcended social status and the constraints of a married woman. Nelson found in Emma not just a passionate lover, but a confidant and source of unwavering support. Their love story, though unconventional, highlights the enduring power of emotional connection, even in the face of societal judgment. We've reached the end of our voyage into the lesser-known life of Horatio Nelson. Did any of these facts surprise you? Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the journey. For more adventures on the high seas of history, consider subscribing to my channel. There'll be more treasures to uncover, so don't miss out. Fair winds and following seas to you all.